Hey guys, Rogi here, and this is just a quick little commentary because I just haven't put one out in a few weeks, and I wanted to change that, so I just went into a battleground, just did some recording. Unfortunately, this video gets cut way short, and I'm really pissed because I had some sick moments after the video gets cut, but I ran out of recording space, and so I can just show as much as I can really here. Alright, so just immediately I just start recording, and I just joined in on a Death Knight kill. I didn't know the Death Knight was blood, and I think I don't see anyone else. Why not just camp this guy? I go up there, I realize he's blood, but I still try and take him out. I know that I can beat blood Death Knights. It just takes a while. So I pull up some energy and try, and I'm hoping to get him down in one kidney before he can use all his cooldowns on his health cooldowns. And I get him really close, but then he death packs and gets rid of his ghoul. And so this kind of sucks, but I know that just if I just keep fighting, he'll go down eventually. His health is really low, and I could have probably taken him out quicker. I just make a couple mistakes here. I make one mistake with a kidney shot DR and the shadow dance, as you'll see, and yeah, but he's going down. He actually does put out some burst. I have both evasion and combat readiness, but I don't want to use either of those specifically because I feel as though I have this fight. I just make sure that I keep recoup up because that's vital, and he goes down. I then see this druid running away, and I jump on him. I shift him right away because I see that he's mounted, and I want to get crippling poison on him for sure. And I've got 5 combo points up, and I'm not going to use kidney until he dismounts because, well, he's mounted up. There's no point in kidneying him because he's not able to heal himself. So he dismounts, I kidney, he goes down. And this is looking pretty well so far. I go back to see if I can kite him again, even though I know that the Death Knight is there. But I know that as a rogue, one of my favorite things is that if you just wait, good things will come. And as you can see, I'm waiting, and the Death Knight goes, and there we go. Resto Shaman is once again mine for the kill. Alright, so I jump on him. I've got kidney and garrot. I've got garrot and recoup up, so I'm getting more energy, and I'm pulling energy for a full shadow dance where I hope to get the kill. Then I see a warrior coming in from nowhere, and this kind of makes me think that these guys are in communication somewhere, just because that guy, if you look back, he just completely turned out of the blue. He was coming down in this direction with full health, and there's really no need to come in this direction unless either you know something's happening here or you need health, and he obviously didn't. So I vanish, I garrot the shaman so he can't heal himself, and I end up getting the kill. I feel as though I could definitely get this warrior down, but then another warrior charges in, so I blind the second warrior, and I feel as though I could still get the kill, but then as you can see, 2 more DPS come, bringing the count up to 4, so now I'm just trying to get away. I really have no hope. If you can see, I just have no cooldowns left. I try a couple Phantom Knives, but to get crippling poison up, but they take me out. Nothing really I can do there. So yeah, this is a pretty long wait. I really should have edited this out, but I forgot to do that. So you guys are just gonna have to bear with me right now. So just some new stuff that's happening. I'm doing a quick damage check, and I'm 400k ahead or so. But that can probably be attributed to the fact that I just got the new PvP weapons, and I know that a lot of people already have them, but I doubt there's that many people in this battleground with the new PvP weapons. So it really helps with my damage output, and there are some fights that I probably couldn't win if I hadn't had the huge damage output that I get from the new PvP weapons. So I see that shaman, and I decided not to go for him because that warrior could be anywhere. I decided to actually just try and join this fight, but I see there's way too many. I go for the pally because I feel as though I can control a pally the easiest, even though they can bubble, but often enough rep pallies just for some reason don't do it. Usually it might be off cooldown, I don't know. But yeah, so he puts a hodge on me, and I have actually nothing to get out of this. My energy's pooling up, though, so I get a kidney, and this just gives me a full shadow dance. And I use this to get the kill. Okay, so upon getting the kill, I realize that the one blood DK that I fought earlier is here, so I don't see him as much of a threat. I disarm the one warrior who is actually going to be difficult for me to fight. And so I'm just hoping to take him down before the blood DK can really just wear down my armor and wear down my health, because this is why I just don't think blood DK isn't viable. I know that, but I don't see why anyone would want to play in the first place, because there was 2 of them and they just couldn't take me down, and I get the other kill. I would have kept fighting the Blood DK, even though my health is really low, but as you can see, I got dotted by a lock and a Pharaoh charged on me, so I get away, I sprint away, I Shadow Step to the Resto Shaman to put some distance in between me and the Rogue, me and the Feral Druid, and I managed to get away. I probably would, in most circumstances, turn around and just go back and fight. But if you can see, I've got Fairy Fire, and I'm not going to do much there if I can't stealth. So I just go for the health buff instead. And I mount up, and I really want to kill the people who just tried to kill me there. I see the Pharaoh, but then I'm retarded because I realize that I still have Fairy Fire. So I gotta go hide for a minute. But yeah, I'm really happy. I'm just going to talk about rogues for a minute. I'm really happy with rogues in 4.2. Our damage is ridiculous. The Cloak of Shadows nerf didn't hit me as hard as I thought it would. It does suck in Arena when you're fighting teams that can both dot you and put out a ton of melee damage. So that's the only place you really notice it. And once again, soloing a Feral Druid, that makes it really difficult as well. But there's nothing you can do about it, and the damage buffs, I think, more than make up for it. And so, yeah, so I get the kill. Then I'm just going from target to target, really. I jump on that warrior, he mounts up, and I manage to get a deadly throw on him before he can get away from me and catch up to him. So I get pulled back, I turn around, and I get a deadly throw on the warrior. And obviously, I probably could have just walked right back up to the warrior, but I didn't want to use any cooldowns to get there, and I didn't want to risk it. I knew he had low health, and I figured I could get the deadly throw on him and get the kill because I still had Hamo up, and the bleed would also help. And so, yeah, I do my deadly throw. I get an 8.5k crit, which is pretty nice for a deadly throw. And he goes down. I would have fought that Blood DK again, but the Pharaoh comes after me. So I try to pull the Pharaoh away, and as the Pharaoh starts to turn around, I Shadow Step back to him. So I really feel as though Pharaohs are pretty easy to kill 1v1 as long as they don't sit in bear form and wear me down, but this one doesn't seem to be doing that. So he does eventually decide to go to bear form when his health is really low, but I don't think it's going to do much good because the only person hitting me is the Blood DK. So I jump on the Pharaoh, I kidney shot him, I Shadow Dance him down, and this is when I immediately back off because, as you can see, my health is very low right now. And so I know that the Blood DK is going to chase me down, so I got to think fast. So I run away, my Vanish breaks from a dot, I put down a smoke bomb so he can't see me, and the second he gets to me, I gouge him, sorry. I gouge him and get away from him there. So after gouging, I blind because all I want right now is to keep recoup up. I want to keep my health going up because I can't let him start this fight with me at 0 health. I gotta start it with me at least at a decent amount like I did there. So I put my bleeds on him and I try and back away a bit just so he can't damage me, and just so my recoup can keep my health ticking up, because as you can see, my health is now higher than his. But then he gets a crit and breaks me back down. So I probably shouldn't have said that right then. But yeah, so I really feel as though I have this fight. I've got a few cooldowns left. I pop combat readiness because just because I know that he's going to be dealing a fair amount of damage trying to wear me down. I really wish this Pally would leave because I just really want to solo this, but he stays. Fortunately, he's not really doing much besides spamming Dispel on me from what I can see, even though I don't have anything on me. He certainly at the beginning wasn't healing me that much. He now decides that he should heal me, but by this point I really think I would have had the Rogue anyway, because I had prep back up, and but yeah. Oh, sorry, not a Rogue, the Blood Death Knight. Why am I saying Rogue? But yeah, anyway, that fight goes down without too much of a hitch, really, and I'm just gonna search out a new target. I really make a stupid mistake here because I decide that I'm not gonna go on that lock, and then I immediately turn around and want to get him. But so that was really dumb of me. I don't get the sap on him, and that really screws me over because he's able to Howl of Terror me into a Death Coil, into a Fear, which is what a lot of locks will do. Because if I don't trinket the Howl, then he'll be able to just put all his dots on me and kite me probably for most of the fight, or at least his dots will wear me down a ton. So that was not too good for me. I really should have just chosen a target and stuck with it, but I didn't. But anyway, the lock kind of forgets about me, which I don't think was the best move because, as you can see, he gets killed. Get on a new target, he goes down, and yeah, it's it's really just a killing spree for me in this battleground, which is really great. I'm still really pissed that I don't get to show the other half of this because it was pretty sweet, and yeah. But anyway, I still think I'm doing some pretty nice things here. The only time I really died so far was when I just got overwhelmed and there was nothing I could really do in that situation. In fact, that kind of same thing happens to me a couple more times, which kind of sucks, kind of puts a damper on what I'm doing in the video, but whatever. It happens, and I'm just going to show both. So he pops both Recklessness and Death Wish at the same time, letting me know that he's Fury. So I have to make a decision here because he's going to be putting out a lot more damage, but taking more through Death Wish and Recklessness. But I decide that I don't know how long this fight will take because I know that that's the same warrior who had the pocket healer, and see, there's the shaman is. So I decide to shiv off the Death Wish because I really don't want him dealing too much damage to me. Well, his healer just heals the extra damage I do to him. So I blind the healer, but unfortunately that's not enough, and I know that eventually I gotta switch to the healer. But I like these 1v1 fights because they're just fun for me. I'd rather fight a warrior any day than a resto shaman, and I know that this warrior will try desperately to peel me, so I'm just trying to fight for now. I'm holding my own. I'm not taking damage, so why not? And I'm trying to kind of wait for an opportunity where the shamans kind of stopped seeing me as a threat. And I kind of see this moment in the future. So I've got Recoup up, I've got Slice and Dice up, and I redirect to the Shaman. I go for a Kidney, but he unfortunately just gets away from me. But I catch up to him. I got a ton of energy, so I'm just trying to bring him down. But I don't know. It's gonna be really difficult with this warrior peeling me. He tries to run and Ghost Wolf, but I Shadow Step, get him back in my line of sight, and but then the Pharaoh Druid comes, and that's where things go to hell. Really, I think I really could have got away there. I make a stupid mistake. As you can see, I used my Shadow Dance and tried to just cheap shot them both while I moved backwards, but that didn't go too well, so I just trinket. I trinket all the movement and pairing effects on me, and I sprint away. And as the warrior charges me, this is the part, if you look back, you can see I'm spamming my engineering belt for the shield. I might have been able to get away if I had that shield, but unfortunately, it just doesn't go off. I don't get a second to use it, and so I go down, and that kind of sucks. But I see the shaman. I immediately get vengeance because the warrior forgot I was there. And yeah, so this fight looks to be pretty even now, except for the fact that a new warrior came in, and that kind of made things suck all of a sudden. As you can see, there's just way too many of them. Chances are I'll go down again, which sucks because I really don't want to go down. He pops Death Wish. I kidney him because as long as I can stop him from doing as much damage as possible during his Death Wish, then it's fine to fight while he has Death Wish up because he's taking more damage. So I kind of try and kite him a little while he has Death Wish up, though, because my health's really low and I don't want to be taking the extra damage. And so I keep Recoup up, I kite him a bit, and he goes down. Oh, sorry, that's not the same guy. What am I thinking? Yeah, well, anyway, somebody else goes down. I leave that warrior alone for a second. And, yeah. Shaman goes down. Now, all that's left is a warrior, and this guy's really making me angry. Even I have a healer, and I sometimes pocket heal people, but still, just on the DPS side of things, it really sucks when you know you can kill someone and they're just kiting you, and their healer is healing them, and if you switch, they'll just peel you, and it's so hard to get a kill in those situations, especially as a rogue. We don't have that many things. I know I could redirect Kidney, but really I just didn't do that in that fight because I knew it wouldn't be enough. 5 seconds wouldn't be enough for me to kill the warrior, and any time there, the shaman was just keeping him up way too much, and I had to play so defensively because I had no heals and I had to keep my health up during that fight because it's really difficult to get away. I had no vanish or anything like that. So I joined this fight again. I know that there's a lot of different fights going on around me, and this was just a really stupid move, and I really don't know why I even did this. I go for the warrior, which was such a stupid move, but whatever. I don't know. People make mistakes, and the shaman obviously starts healing his friend, the warrior. So I switch to the shaman, I deadly throw him to slow him down, and I catch back up to him. He's trying to get away from me, and this is when everybody else is dead, and they all come for me. Once again, I do the exact same thing I tried to do before, and once again, it does not work. I trinket the movement and pairing effects and try and sprint away, because otherwise, my sprint just wouldn't do anything. And, yeah. So that's pretty much it. Anyway, this video just it cuts off right after the end of this battleground, and so I'm just gonna probably cut it out here. Anyway, just a little update on what I am planning in the future. I still have to put out part 2 of my Affliction Warlock guide, which I will be doing soon. I'm also hoping to put out more rogue commentaries and eventually add in shaman like I've been planning. I have an 85 shaman. I just 99% of the time I play resto, so there's not too much to do for resto gameplay besides arenas, which I do plan to add, and which actually Mystery Hobo's been adding. And yeah, if anybody's wondering about Mystery Hobo and his warrior videos, he has actually just made a new channel, and he's put up a video about it, and you can check him out there. Alright, anyway, I'll just play this to the end to show that it actually does cut out, because I don't